the next presentation and the last one for Asansol. Yeah, so that is, I guess, Asansol
My
Municipal
third
Corporation.
presentation will be given by right. My third presentation will be given by BP Mukherjee for e-governance projects. He's basically on the other side. He will join.
Yeah.
Thank you. Usko mute pe rakho. Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The distinguished jury members and Mr. Kadri himself is also here. So, okay, I will run the slides in just a second. Let me share my screen. Okay. You see, can you see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, this the e-governance project, as Mr. Kadri has said, but we have definitely expanded much beyond e-governance. I will explain that during the course of the discussion. The project syntax, I will talk about it. I will talk about the symphony which we are creating, and we will talk about the synthesis at the end, of course. So already Mr. Kadri talked about the brief profiling of Asansol Municipal Corporation. I have nothing to add. The fact is, it is one of the fastest growing urban centers in India. Uh, Asansol is having around 1.5 lakh of property holding assets. So it's a municipal corporation, and in 1994, Asansol became a corporation. Before that, it was a municipality. In 2015, there are three zones: the Kulti, Raniganj, and Jamuria, which are erstwhile municipalities, got amalgamated with Asansol Municipal Corporation. And from 2015, it's a full-fledged municipal corporation serving 14 lakhs of population here. So one of the problem statements, we have around 1.5 lakh of property holding SSC, well, the more than 11,000 of business licenses here. One of the problems we had is that we were not able to have the right kind of automated system as well as the right kind of remuneration by serving those citizens. So that is a problem statement. I will come back to that again. The vision for the project is to become a citizen-friendly and commercially sustainable urban local body in 3 years' time. That was the vision, which was the driver for this project. What we really wanted to really achieve out of this project is ensure arts, meaning that accountability, responsiveness, transparency, and speed in governance, which of course is the fundamental of any governance project we know. At the same point in time, empower the citizens with facts, faceless, automated, cashless, and touch-based services. Can we provide them? But the most important part of this, can we really increase our revenue collection 3 times in 3 years? That is the other part of this project. One is the digitalization, the other is the commercialization project. We are more than certain that it is going to impact on 4 very distinctive areas of the municipal operation in terms of delivery of urban services. It is going to improve the municipal function, the finance and structural institutionalization. We just talked about Asansol Municipal Corporation having 10 boroughs. We are trying to shift the operation to the boroughs from the head office. And by virtue of such kind of project, we are trying to achieve this. Last but not the least, the capacity building of the people. People are to be trained in this municipal environment. So these are the overarching goals we try to achieve out of this project. So what was the scope of this project? One is, of course, e-governance, which we all know, which most of the municipalities, urban local bodies are doing. They automate and optimize the municipal processes like property tax management, trade license, building plan, advertisement, so on and so forth. GIS implementation as well, so that we have better location intelligence, and gradually we should move on to GIS-based taxation as well, and then develop mobile app to interact with the citizens and for seamless interaction with them. That is the digitalization part of the project. But the commercial of the project is we need to we talked about 1.5 lakh property tax holders here, but we know that once we are doing the door-to-door survey, the number of these SSCs will go up. In fact, it is going up big time. I will explain later. The sanitize the tax, licensing, and advertisement and rental data through door-to-door survey. Employ different means and methods to improve the collection efficiency, and then institutionalize and delegate operation at the borrow level, what levels. Ultimately, we need to have a borrow level dashboard. But at the same point in time, the uniqueness of this project is it is being done in a PPP model, meaning that we have entrusted the job to our partner, and the partner is implementing it. And we have set benchmark or base level of collection for each and every municipal services like property tax, state license, and so on and so forth. And whatever is the delta improvement they can bring in. Suppose in trade license, our monthly collection was, the benchmark is 30 lakh. If they are getting 50 lakh for that particular month, of course, in consultation with us, with our coordination and everything, out of those 50 minus 30, the delta part, some percentage of that will be paid to them. So they are investing and they are going to be paid based on the improvement they can bring about in the revenue collection. So, of course, the e-governance implementation will help, but the commercialization is a very, very important part in this project as well. The project tenure is 5 years. So that is the model we have developed. We are very, very sure there's a unique model in this part of the country, of course. So as I have told you, this commercialization and digitalization are to go hand in hand. Many projects you will do in India where the focus is on digitalization, e-governance, digital governance. But we need to think about how to finance them in a very, very innovative way. The under-assessment, we have 3-storied building here, but in our record is a single-storied building. We have mixed commercial premises, but in our record is only domestic. So under-assessment is huge over here. Unassessment, there are so many property holdings are here for historical reasons, they're not done in our records. So we are bringing them on our records. Similar cases, unlicensed trading establishments. So we are doing door-to-door survey with a mobile app to capture all the information, voice-enabled information, to capture everything, that how much, to what extent we can really increase the coverage for us. Similarly, we have unauthorized buildings and so on and so forth. So that is really, really crippling the financial performance of Asansol Municipal Corporation. We are trying to address that issue. Meaningfully is that property records are archaic, 50% plus are not in the ULB records, as I just explained to you. Similar cases, business license and so on and so forth. So we are looking for a holistic improvement in full spectrum of it. Not only we are providing a digital governance so that we can interact seamlessly with the citizens. Citizens can also pay us online, but also it has to impact our bottom line as well as a municipal operation. So we really strongly believe it's a transformation initiative adopted by us. So program goals. You see this government of West Bengal has standards stipulated as per the West Bengal Right to Public Service Act 2013. We are definitely transiting them. Limited footfall in municipal hall. Of course, this is the Corona time, the COVID-19 situation. We really need to see that no people are coming to us. We have already created a virtual help desk, so people should use that. So idea is 2 into 2. 2 times increase in property assesses and 2 times increase in average realized tax for each property holding. 2 into 2 strategy we have developed, and 2 times increase in business, the license count as well. Our area collection was not at a very, very satisfactory level. We are trying to address that issue as well for big holding, small holding, everywhere. As a result of which, the productivity gains of the people will have to be realized. So revenue collected per employee and number of employees per lakh of population are to be improved upon. That's a game we are playing in 5 years' time. We are really attempting to incremental collection of 250 to 300 crores in 5 years' time. So these are the program goals we have designed and we're implementing it. So to implement such a project, the critical success factors are perceived by us are as follows. Stakeholders engagement. Of course, the mayor, right now we have the chairman of the board of administrators as well as the executive leadership in the form of the municipal commissioner who is sitting here right now, of course, his commitment and focus is, of course, he has been the driver of this project. So at the same point in time, this project is not an engineering project per se, so you have to involve the citizens, the business. In fact, we are having regular meetings with all the trade bodies in Raniganj, Jamuria, Asansol area to create this kind of awareness campaign. A new dawn is emerging, support us. Employee buy-in, we have formed task force so that the employees are getting more and more motivated, setting up the new performance management system for them. And last but not the least, we have developed excellent partnership with the implementation agency to ensure the project is a success for all of us.
Uh,
I've already told you about the data sanitization integrity. That part, that's why we are doing the door-to-door survey to detect unassessed and under-assessed holdings, including altered and use change cases. Robust IT system, e-governance
Ms.
already we have talked about, the
Mr.
single window
Mukherjee,
platform. Yeah, please.
just sorry to interrupt, but we are short of time, so I would request you to conclude fast. Right,
Okay.
we have two more presentations after you.
Okay, sorry. You know, this management oversight is very, very important. So AMIs and data analysis, we have created a huge amount of work on that as well. So year-wise plan also have developed. How much unlicensed will be converted every year, the laserization, area collection, new valuation, the property taxes are to be newly valued. We are working on that as well. So at the same point in time, the automation of software platforms, so we have developed year-wise plan as well. I'm rushing through as I've been advised, but data sanitization needs to be a continuous process as well. What is the status of it? Business license all done. It has gone live. We have started reaping the benefits of it. I will show the before after analysis right now. Property tax launched also. And there are other platforms also ready for adoption as well. Just to give you some kind of an idea, the property, the trade license. See, already we have launched the program in July 2020 during the COVID-19 situation, by the way. Already we are seeing collection over above the baseline is 38% in the month of October. It is 29% in the month of the quarter July to September, despite the fact there are so many lockdown days, but still we are marching along, meaning that we are trying to transform the municipal corporation with improved process efficiency, transparency, and revenue collection. There is a challenge matrix, of course, the asymmetrical data, non-uniformity processes, internal resistance to change, because there's a fear of the unknown as well. We are trying to work on those aspects as well so that we can make this project successful. Concluding thoughts, AGI Asansol is a PPP initiative to convert the ability to pay to willingness to pay of the citizens by giving them improved services and also to get more money from them. It's a very, very innovative project in terms of financing as well, PPP financing and outcome-based remuneration. We are sure that because our aim is in years to come. Yesterday, only the Lucknow Municipal Corporation came with a municipal bond. Who knows, we will in the next 3 to 4 years' time, Asansol should be able to do that as well. So idea is that Asansol or AMC 2.0 is going to happen. We are in a rebuilding mission, and there are definitely telltale signs of success of this reform, perform, transform agenda being pursued by us. So these are certain overview. What just the red colors we are seeing, they are really the unassessed cases. Green is the real correct, the SSC, and we are doing all the property. I'm not going through details of this right now. So these are different kinds of snapshots. So that is in a gist is what we are doing in terms of this project, digital governance, shaking hands with the financialization of municipal corporation. Over to you for questions now.
Sharmaji.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mukherjee, thank you for a very good presentation, and it gives us a confidence that in next few years, municipal corporations will be financially viable, ultimately with PPP mode. You have mentioned that you have selected a PPP partner, but what is the bidding? What was the bidding parameter? Was it delta improvement? Or and second thing is, what is the concession period for which you have selected this PPP partner?
It is for the 5 years and the delta improvement and the 5 years.
built means delta improvement was the bidding parameter.
Yeah. And from the first commencement of the billing, it's 5 years.
And this identifying the unassessed properties is also in this project work.
Yeah. Otherwise, sir, how will happen? The
Yes, yes,
under-assessed, that is really the gnawing at the hearts of this particular municipal corporation.
yes,
You need to work on that. Believe me, sir, there are, at least if Asansol is having 1.5, if the Asansol is not doing well, even by national standards as well. Okay, if
mhm,
you the property tax to GDP ratio all across India, 0.04%. If you go by that also, we are lagging far behind. We're trying to address that issue as well. So
yes,
we know we are collecting right now, so 17 crore of property tax. The potential is 100 crore. So that part we are trying to address. Otherwise, we are talking about investing in a lot of engineering projects. Can we continue to do that with the really grant funds anymore? So we have to do such things on our own to make it more sustainable. Days are not far away when we will be told that there is no development funds available to the government. So we have to
yes,
do everything ourselves. We are really
definitely.
setting the foundation for that, really. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
how we think it is a new project. Could really epoch making. I don't want to use such word right now, but of
Mhm,
course it has a real futuristic value.
yes, definitely. Very heartening to know it. Very heartening.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Excellent,
Thank you.
outstanding, brilliant work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yes, I think you've done an excellent job, and your vision to do this and your efforts have been in the right direction. However, I would like to raise a different type of a concern, because you knew and you had identified whole lot of pain areas which you wanted to improve, and you were able to get you made a very effective business model to exploit it. But over a period of time, over the next 5 years, I'm not looking into the next 15 years, because the area on which the present inefficiencies were there, you have already taken care of that. Once you have already taken care, what will be your platform or the plank for the next 2.0 and 3.0? That is a issue which will come up at that stage. So the direct benefits, your revenues coming from alternative ways, I think those are the things which also need to be thought of during these 5 years, so that at the end of 3 years or 4 years, you can have a rolling plan of the next 5 years, how you are going to exploit that, what will be the new business plans, what will be the new revenue streams that will come up, and what will be the new type of services that you will be giving to the stakeholders. You have gone through a excellent process. I cannot find any holes in that after practicing e-governance for the last 10, 15 years. So I think that's an excellent thing. But looking into the future and how to really make it as a sustainable program for years to come, not just 5 years, because present arrangement is for 5 years. To think beyond a project to a total program is a thing which you should do some thinking. And some of the things which are there, which you have not yet implemented, is automatic building plan approval, some of the new technologies that will come in. You have gone in for GIS, but the building plan approval is one major thing which you should do. Very few municipalities are doing that. I think except for Pune and a couple of them in the western area, very few municipalities are doing that. So there are a lot of other innovative things which you can think of for your future revenue and the future services. And these should be incorporated somewhere during the present tenure of the thing. It should not happen that these issues come up after 5 years. They should come up within 3 years itself. That's all I have to
Yes,
say.
sir. That's why our we always say it's a transformation action. It's an evolving game. We cannot rest on our laurels. So
Yes,
obviously of course,
absolutely.
the automatic building plan is also under
Yes.
implementation. So definitely we have taken your great counsel, of course, and we will
Good. I think that's excellent.
His network was a bit down, so he was disconnected.